Again, JBuzzsaw79 with my clock going off in the background. Here with another book build. This one will be today my Dwarven Warlord build. It's primarily focused on mainly trying to keep archers out and do ranged attacks on the people. So let's go through the book. All right, so there we go. I'll get her here. All right, so here's the book. I get the glare, so it's not too bad here. Hopefully, it is on that page. All right, I apologize. This is on this page. I didn't realize it. So there's the barracks. It's my first move, barracks, and harmonize on it, and then archer tower with the goblin slinger coming from the barracks right away, and then the general signet ring. I think these are pretty much standard here. I really like the goblin slingers because they're cheap and start out with 3 dice with tower maxed up to 4. So I have added the steep hills here, and I've only tried them a couple of times, and I might be switching actually to use it a little bit different. What I was doing always is just putting the towers out and then kind of putting the hill in between as like a third option, or to protect certain zones. What I'm going to try to do from now on, I want to try to get actually a hill up with a tower on it, because that's basically 2 extra dice. And then the reason I run the towers is because, again, an outpost gives me more channeling from the barracks. So I got only three walls of stone. Try to dispense certain stuff off, slow it down, so I can kind of control the area a little bit better. I do have an armory in here to get a little bit of armor on my stuff if I need to, because I really like armory. Armors are really good too with skeletons. So another tower in here, and of course the 2 quicksands, just try to pin stuff down. I might be working on it a little bit. Hurl rocks. Hurl rocks are awesome. They really help me out. The hurl meteor really has helped me out a couple different times. So I really like those. I don't know if I'm going to leave it in or not, because really for 4 mana less, you get only 2 dice less if you choose to hurl the boulder instead. So we'll see once. The meteor just seemed to be like the kill shot in late game, where I'm sitting there and I've moved in with some other monsters and just meteor, and you run in and you hit with your monster right away. So people ain't ready for that. For the gear in here, of course, the harvest plate. I have added these gauntlets. The gauntlets are really nice. Of course, the forged hammer and the veteran's belt to keep arming yourself up. Double boots because of the anchoring here, so we don't have to worry about stuff with that. Extra leather pants. These basically in case whichever one I need, I play that pair of boots. The wand because I can put attack spells in it, and with the gauntlets on, it can't be destroyed. Of course, the ring of command. So there's that. So 3 other slingers here, and Aurora. I have nothing but good things to say about Aurora. She's just so good. Aegis 2 against minor creatures. I mean, depending on what you're fighting against, I mean, she will sit out there and soak a lot of damage. 4 butchers. In my mind, when I made this book, I felt it was going to be kind of like the German tactics from World War II, where you put the panzers out. The tanks come running in with air support, and they just kind of mow everything down in their path. So my idea was kind of with that too. The butchers are just so good. Rain support from the goblins. That's kind of the overall thing. Of course, you can see the 2 actual dwarven panzers in there. They're all right. I really like these noble vanguards, and I just wish they had just a little more health on them. But the fact that the vigilant is so good, it has really helped out a lot of different times, because basically you can fast move them. You can bounce 2 zones and still get a guard off. because they're vigilant, you know. So what the hell do you care? Sniper. I don't know. I may try to summon him sooner. In this particular, lately it's just kind of like, oh, I've got all the slingers out, and then I guess I can get him. But I don't know. I feel that either I have to summon him right away or not at all. And so I may mess with the build slightly for that reason. I decided to throw some crossbowmen in there because they're pretty good too, I think. 2 spiked traps because they're really nice. The glancing blows. And this is kind of where I'm at with stuff. And I think I'm going to do a video on this, but the difference between the glancing blow and that one other one, the redirecting one, where you deal 2 back to the attacker, and then there's one where you prevent 2 and then you heal 2 when you're done. I mean, so yeah, I went with those right on the glancing blows. So then the 2 brace yourselves, the favor for rerolls, especially if you put it on the gunner. It's really good. Standard bearer, I haven't ever really used it much, and I think I need to use it more when I'm kind of making my ground units, I'll call them. My panzers, if it will. Armor ward, I think, is an auto include actually into anything now with the breastplate back there, the harsh forge rather. Main wings, because it's main wings, and I will like an extra option to get stuff on the ground rather than staring at my bowman. Fortified position again. I like it only because if you put everybody on a hill, you cast fortified position on a zone, and then you put all the slingers in there, and you know I think it's 2 armor. Yeah, it's 2 armor. You throw a butcher in there, he gets 3 armor. You put if you have the armory up, that's another armor. I mean, that zone is heavily guarded at that point. So I threw the charge in here. Whirling strike. Overextend, I wanted just to try it out, and I haven't actually cast it. I have it in like 3 books, but I have not cast it once yet. So flank attack I have in here. I've used that only once or twice. And then to round off the last 4 cards of the book here, the 2 mend and 2 dissolve. Now, the only problem I've seen with this book, and this was just currently actually, and unfortunately I didn't record it. I played my wife, who got some strangulate conditions on me, and she strangulated me down to 10 health before I could just do enough damage finally to break through. I had summoned all 4 of the butchers and some other stuff, and eventually they're beefy enough that they overwhelmed it. Otherwise, I would have been screwed the whole freaking time. So that's my book now. I'm gonna make some changes to this though. I like the ranged stuff with it though. And one thing I'm currently considering with this particular book is to switch to the Orc Warlord to keep the premise of, again, range support and run, essentially, like I said, panzers in and just smash everything in the face that way. I want to keep that idea. With a dwarf, I have considered just making a weird soldier deck thing, I guess, and like running some Skellies and then some Westlock, like the Westlock, like something like that, or running it just solely like a Skelly engine with a couple other things just to support them. So the dwarf himself, once you get all the armor on him with the harsh forge plate, you start putting the runes out. It's really, really good. And it takes them a long time, but usually the problem is I find is that I need more aggression from my monsters, it seems, and the dwarf in some cases kind of, I think, runs a little late on that. I don't know, so that's why I want to change it up. And his orders, especially the fact that he can get fast to everything, I'm going to put a horn with him so he can get fast to everybody in the arena, so he can move in faster. And then, like with skeletons, I thought that, God, that'd be really nice because you got the skeletons with reassemble on. He has a wand. He can put his gauntlets on. He can just cast reassemble on any of the skeletons he needs basically to heal them up. And then I don't know what he put in his other hand, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. But that's what I plan to do with the dwarf. And then, like I said, this book I plan to remod and basically give you that version with the orc in charge, because he has the one that grants everybody in the arena an extra dice for ranged. So if you put the hill down, the tower on it, and you put that guard up, that I know I'm over 10 minutes, so I apologize for that. I'll try to finish up quickly. I can't remember his stupid name. I'm horrible with names. Let's give me 1 sec here. Page. Grimson Deadeye. But for Grimson, I'll put him in the tower with the hill terrain there, and then use that on him with him having Hawkeye. He's getting 4 extra dice. He has 10 dice with a range of 3. I know he loses dice in the arena, but still 10 dice. And I just really want to make use of the horn. So I apologize. This is over 10 minutes. This is J Bus 79, and thumbs up if you like this, thumbs down if you didn't. Please leave comments, and if you feel you have some time and wouldn't mind subscribing to my YouTube channel, I'd very much appreciate that. However, thank you for watching, and I'll be putting my other book up also with this for my paladin. Thanks, and signing off.